We say goodbye to Grandpa Felipe and we say hello to Ignacio.
Cortina, baby. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It is the review you've all been waiting on.
Now, you haven't really had this before. Normally, we would do our full review as soon as the show ends, but last night there were several complications and we just couldn't get the review out. We tried, and then about 4 hours after the show ended, we thought, you know what? I ain't staying up any longer. Been up nearly 24 fucking hours. This show sucks. I'm away to bed. We'll review it the next day. So that's exactly why we're here about 12 hours later than we normally would be.
And pretty much what we thought the episode was, based off of Twitter, the parts we didn't see, is pretty much what it was. We just finished it. Not exactly impressed with it. But we'll get to the end and we'll get to the other parts we didn't see. But we have to kick off where the episode kicked off. And we've got Gero and Bottles in the back of a truck. They eventually get to Rapping Easy's door, and then that's it. That's our intro. And that's the only two Mayan members we see this episode, apart from Angel
How
and
the
Easy.
fuck are we in a war? Even take the war out of it. This is the penultimate episode. This show is wrapping up. Why are we not seeing any other characters? They're basically saying, oh, you know what, Bishop's not fucking important. Gilly's not important. Oh, what's happening with Nestor? He done a big thing for the club. Is he getting patched in? Who gives a fuck? He's not important. I genuinely can't believe the lack of fucking club scenes in this episode. Even when we got club members, it was nothing to do with club shit.
No?
The only club thing we really got in this episode was Easy at the beginning, visiting Broken Saints. Other than that, there was nothing Mayan related. Angel at this point is pretty much out the Mayans. And Easy driving back and then fucking speaking with Wendy and then having a conversation with Sophia. That's hardly anything to do with the club. I don't care if he's wearing his cut. Could have been wearing nothing. Could have been wearing a bag of shite on his chest, right? That would have probably summed up the show a bit more. But it was, where is the club? Where is the war? And like the episode was titled Samdino, or the Subnosis was titled Samdino closing in on the Mayans. And all they did was close in on an old grandpa who's not even in the Mayans and hasn't been active as a fucking fighter / warrior / I don't know, badass in about 30 years. So like, what were we doing? And some people said in the comments in the poll that we put up, this episode was great. You have really, really fucking low expectations if this episode was great.
It's the fact that it's the penultimate episode of the season. It's got to be held.
It wouldn't have mattered, to be fair. Even if this was an episode in season fucking 4, it was average at best. Honest to God.
No, I agree. But based off other episodes this season, the ending was a bit better. But, you know, that's because this season's been pretty atrocious. But Easy.
Ending's a bit better. As soon as you think something's going to go down, they fucking switch it.
Well, true. Felipe and Angel talk. Oh, hey, amigo, a son without his mother's love is not. It's very dark. And this is the last time we will see Felipe and Angel talk. Potentially, based off account of a body bag. What else have we got here? We have got him talking about, oh, that's when me and Marisol used to change your diaper, amigo. And then Angel heads off. Like, that's it. That's all we get of Angel this episode. Until the end.
Where's he heading off to?
Yeah, like, was he getting burgers this whole time? I just can't... See the second last episode of a show about an MC, how can you only get 2 members in it? You know, I've been crying out for Samdino, I absolutely have. But there's something not right about Samdino getting more screen time than the Santa Padre charter.
Plus, the pipeline has just been wiped out. It didn't seem like in this episode the pipeline was that important. If the pipeline was important, would Easy not be calling a meeting? Would Easy not be like calling church? Templo? Would Easy not be like, right, we need to sit down? Easy's not worrying about the cartel. He's not worrying about Cole. He's not worrying about the new guy. And that didn't speak about getting more supplies off the Chinese. Nobody's mentioned Soledad. It's like, what the fuck? There was nothing going fucking on here.
Like, we should have been seeing a Mayan attack on Suns in this episode. They've just found out that it was Samdino that paid a visit. Killed Broken Saints. Not that Easy really cares, even though we're bored about the pipeline. But then again, this show doesn't really enact retaliation very well. Where's Sam Crow? Another episode, guys. Another episode where Sam Crow don't appear. Happy is not getting offence at this point, it's safe to say. I just don't see how he does.
Maybe they're saving it for a spin-off, I don't know, but why are they going to avenge Happy like 5-10 years later? What fucking sense does that make?
It's awful, man. It just goes against everything Sam Crow were. I mean, Chibs and Tig, it's not like they've killed O'Halloran, that bum. They've killed Happy.
And they're doing nothing about it. Absolutely nothing.
It's a disgrace. Right, we cut to Emily's house. She's making coffee for Louise. It's time to install some cameras. Too high, too low. They decide to go with too high because that's where Emily wants the cameras. Thoughts on this in the penultimate episode? This was great.
Low, high, where do you go?
I'll tell you, low ratings. That's where we're going.
Again, penultimate episode. Do we really need cameras being fitted into the Glendale household? I don't know why the cameras are being fitted in. Realistically, wouldn't Glendale already have cameras? And what has happened in the last couple of episodes for Glendale to feel like he needs cameras, or for Emily to feel like she needs cameras? This just makes fucking zero sense to me. The only thing, there's no real outside threat. The only thing I can believe that is happening here is that Emily is setting these cameras up to somehow try and incriminate Miguel in something. Possibly even Louise as well.
You're saying that with one episode to go? What could possibly get set up there?
Well, that is my fucking logic, right?
I use logic and I get buried, so I'm burying that. I think they're just setting cameras up to ensure the police don't barge in our doors, man. What? Oh, damn. Easy confronts the Broken Saints, though, right? He gets met with a bitch slap across the face. And
he doesn't really confront them. Confront them's like a hostile kind of.
Like, no, he confronts them like, what the hell happened? So he kind of confronted them, alright?
Right, let's go. What happened next?
What happened next? I'll tell you what happened next. He gets hit across the face with a gun. Looks like he's about to die here. We know he's not going to die, but at the end of the day, who the fuck do these people think they are? They knew what they signed up for, and here they are threatening a guy that's on the absolute warpath. Well,
on the warpath?
He was.
He's taking the piss?
He used to be. Bring season 4's Ezekiel Reyes back. That was a real animal. That was a real killer, damn it. Ignacio Cortina's the only guy with fucking set of cojones.
I think my favourite scenes were the Alvarez scenes this episode.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yo, I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't see Alvarez in the finale. See him saying to Quinn, just kill yourselves. That might be the last we see of Alvarez. How fucking sick would that be?
It's funny, like, he tells Quinn just to kill yourselves, and Quinn still doesn't even listen to him. He's like, no, we're going to sit up and charming. But, yeah, Emilio's dead, actually, but I may as well talk about that. A guy who got, you know what, a pretty decent amount of development.
Yeah, him and Bottles.
Just to be killed.
Him and Bottles became friends. We brothers, amigos. And did we get to see a Bottle reaction to his death? Did we get to see anything for Bottles? No, we got to see nothing. So much for this romance. So much for being brothers. So much for being amigos. I mean, Bottles, he may as well have just been another unnamed fucking Mexican for Bottles, like, because Bottles did not care about him in the slightest.
Like, see when Bottles showed up, I believe, a few episodes ago, he was, like, marking out and hugging him, shaking hands, and they were kissing each other, calling each other amigos. Here he is, dead, and Bottles just doesn't even want to acknowledge him.
Just more garbage. Easy begins to kind of panic, and he's saying, is there anything salvageable? Is there anything left? Broken Saints don't like this because they've lost, I believe, 2 members.
Yeah.
And
two members. So they've lost Emil. They're in
I don't think they really care about fucking Emil, but they've lost 2 of their own.
The whole compound's dead. I think there was a dead horse as well.
One of them, I don't even know the Broken Saints' name. This is difficult.
The president. Well, I think it was the VP that slapped them across the face.
It was. The president says, I believe, these people, we've lost women, and all you care about is supplies. Easy then responds, yeah, because if we don't get these supplies throughout this pipeline, I'm thinking about all the people that we're going to lose even more. And it's like, that's a week out, Easy. I don't buy that for 1 second. Let's just be real. You don't give a fuck about the 2 Broken Saints women that died, and you don't give a shit about Emil either. Maybe you care about Emil for the point of view that you need him to make your drugs, but you don't care about the loss of his life. You don't care about nothing.
No, he doesn't.
You're a selfish fucking bastard, and you're such an unlikable character. And I don't even know if you're the protagonist anymore in this show, but I'm certainly not rooting for you.
No, I'm not. I'm rooting for a Samdino.
See Twitter, man. It's a load of fucking pish. See, anytime you go on Twitter, all you see is it's so predictable. It's a lot of women, and they'll always tweet about how much they love Easy, and it's because they find them hot, right? And that's fucking fair enough, right? They can find Easy hot and attractive if they want. I've no bones with that. But there always seems to be this thing where it's like, oh, only men like women because they find them attractive, or if you do that as a man, you're deemed to be a bad person or some bullshit like that to try and spin on you. When that's the only reason at this point you can like Easy at the moment. See all these people that are like, oh no, he can't kill Easy. Easy has to survive. Oh, what, just because he's hot?
Big smoking hot G. No, it's the same with Angel. If you not noticed that, there's a lot of even when Angel was going through periods where he was like the most unlikable prick on the show, it's the same thing. But see this, you're
fucking
right.
Sons of Anarchy, Ima was super hot, but she was a cunt.
Exactly. So
You know what I mean? See when Jack smashed her face, and that was fucking great. Might not have looked she might not have looked as attractive, like, but it was fucking a great moment because she deserved it.
my biggest problem with this is, see when they're pointing the gun at Easy and it's like the Broken Saints president has to talk her out of doing it. He should be like, see next time you fucking do that, I'm sending the
Oh, but he
shot.
can't because that's a woman. He has to fucking bow down and oh man, equality. If this is equality, why is he not treating them like he would treat a man that just pointed a gun at
Say
him?
the Grim Bastards, right, lost 2 members because they sided with the Mayans and fucking Menace or whatever. Punches Easy. You try to tell me?
I don't think the Grim Bastards leave the clubhouse.
No.
Well, maybe in that coroner fan.
Oh, yeah. And then he just like drives off. I mean, the only consolation I'll take from this is I don't think we're going to see the Broken Saints again.
I'd like to fucking hope not.
Oh, honestly. Ah, yeah, exactly right. Then
No,
we
but
get.
am I not right what I'm saying here about Easy? See if you go on Twitter, like there's all these women like just like fangirling over him, and like I don't fucking really care. I mean that's fine, but the guy's not a good character. Like I just don't get it. He's not a nice person anymore. He's not likable. He's not someone we should be supporting.
No. And it's not like he's going to do like a complete U-turn like certain characters in this universe. He's not going to do that. He's just. Looking by next week's promo, it looks like he's just going to wipe Samdino off the SSR and not really care for anything. But Samdino, Thomas Samdino, we've got them sitting down. The bodies of the meth girls are getting ripe. There's flies are in them. I thought this was actually kind of a funny scene. It's like, we're not going to get rid of these. And then you've got Packer greeting. And then the big man. Joker reveals, Terry, you're a lucky boy. Les Packer passed during the night, man. What do you make of this? So, Big Packer, has died off screen like that.
For the sole purpose to get Terry off the hook, I believe.
Yeah.
So that Isaac takes his attention off the dead Sam meth chicks and puts his attention on Packer. But
It just shows, right, that this guy is not a fucking proper president. I don't give a shit, man. See if Jax or Chibs, I mean, maybe not Chibs, because I know what he's doing with fucking Happy, right? But see if Clay fought his VP, jobbed the club out, but his brother died. Do you think Clay would be greeting about his brother and wouldn't acknowledge the fact that his VP could be like a rat?
yeah, I think Clay, the rat thing would be a priority.
Honestly, man. It's like, see with Donna dying, did Opie... See if Opie found out Tig and Clay did it that night. Do you think he would have mourned the death of Donna, or do you think he would have fucking tried to kill them?
Yeah, it would have been a revenge mission.
What we're doing here, but Samdino, I want to make them feel the pain of losing a brother. Obviously, setting up, right, I'm going to kill Angel Reyes. But again, it's like, oh, I want to make Easy feel the pain of losing a brother. See if you're going to risk it all and try and kill Easy. Angel, why not try and kill Easy? Angel's half in, half out at the minute, man. Right, Miguel then meets the Inspector General. We haven't seen her for about 5 episodes at this point. He wants immunity. And she's willing to give it to him if he can bring down Lincoln Potter. And again, I'm not a fan of Miguel. I mean, I'm not a fan of Miguel in general, or Emily. But see the fact that these two could be getting off scot-free for everything they did. I have a problem with that. Have you a problem with that?
At this point, not really. I don't care about Emily and Glendale. I'll just be honest. I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
No, I mean, where are they?
But
both?
you'd rather them got arrested than just live a happy life, would you?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, who fucking cares? For me, it was never really a big part of Mayans. I never really tuned in ever from season 1 through to 5 to think, oh, what's going to happen with Emily and Glendale? I mean, that to me doesn't mean shit.
I know. Right, Easy then is riding down the highway or whatever, the road, and he sees a dog, a wolf, a wild fur. He crashes. I think this just shows that he's pretty amateur.
Rob from the pack.
He does like about 10 commando rolls. He's spitting up blood, and then a pickup truck pulls up, and it's Wendy. Wendy's return. You know, I have no issues with him bringing back Wendy, but what I think the problem is here, they almost feel like the aura of Wendy is big enough to like warrant a 10-minute scene with Easy.
Yeah.
I like the character. I've no issues, right? But to me, this
Should be early season 5.
yeah, it should not be the penultimate episode, right? And personally, I think would have not just been better if Easy crashed at like the farm entrance to where Nero and her live, and she takes him back there, and then we could see like Abel, because all this did was like, it's just like here we're in the same universe, so I'm not a fan of you're in the same universe, so we just need to like force things. I'm not saying it was complete and utterly forced. But it's just the fact here that she starts burying Jax, literally starts burying Jax for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up Jax's mess. Well, you know what? When fucking Jax had to clean up your meth, you junky fucking bitch, when you gave birth to their son, he was half deformed and had a tumour in his heart or whatever, you know, or half a heart or whatever, whole. I mean, so let's get the fucking facts straight here. And literally all Wendy, I don't mind Wendy's character, but literally all she did here was really bury men. Again, it's this show pushing their agenda where all men bad and women have to pick up the pieces. Women pay the price for the decisions of their men. You're the one that you choose to be with these people, right? It's as fucking simple as that. And the last time I checked, there's other men fucking dying, right? There's other men that are dying, so they're the ones paying the ultimate price.
No, but she says here, right?
Well, no, aye.
Aye, but she says here that Jax left me in a mess, right? Hold on, right? He made everything good with the club. He let you go to the farm. He let you raise Abel. Not remember that scene where he's in the TM garage and he's going through all the documents and he gives up all the money and all the property. He gives half to Wendy. She was a junkie bum, and
Without Jax, she'd have probably ended up dead.
there is no mess. What is Jax Teller's mess here? Now, see unless, right?
The fact that
See if-
he's dead. And
See unless the Chinese, like a month after, came to Nero's farm and dropped Nero, then maybe I would maybe accept it, right? But no, there's no mess. You're looking after your son.
Maybe they did do that because the Chinese knew Sam Crow wouldn't be interested in retaliation.
Maybe. Must be a new but yeah, like I just don't. And then she's like, I'm not going to tell you who my ex is because I don't know if yous are good or not.
How fucking obvious can you make that? You may as well just say that he's a Sons of Anarchy.
I
fucking
think
member.
this would have been better, right? If she did say, oh, my ex was Jax Teller. Right, because I know people would go, well, what's Easy going to do? Was Easy going to kill her here? If she said that? You can maybe argue you wouldn't trust her and wouldn't get in the fan with her. But I feel like this conversation would have had more weight if Easy, like, knew this was Jack Teller's, like, ex, and she's talking about all the prior experience, and then he can learn for that and be like, well, fuck, look what happened to him. I can learn for that. See, he thinks that her ex could have been, like, you know, a prospect of the Calvaris or something.
I don't know.
Instead, like, you know, like one of the greatest bikers this MC world's ever seen. How much better would it have been?
A lot better. And then even just the reveal and see the reaction would have been great. But did we get greatness? No, we got fucking nothing. Like 10 minutes of Wendy basically just really, really forced, basically just saying to Easy, you need to go home and you need to show Sophia that you love her. And it's like, what the fuck? This is the penultimate episode, this is the war. And
I don't get though. See, back in like season 2 and 3, they would name drop Jax every 3 seconds. It's what Jax Teller would have wanted. Here, it actually fucking warrants it, man.
why does Wendy give a shit about Easy's girlfriend and if she's happy with him? It just, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Like, he could have said something like, oh, you don't get it, and she'd be like, no, I do get it. My ex was Jax Teller, and he's like, dun, 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 because he's like, fuck, it's like, they almost give you what would have been like a good, perfect cameo of the mention, and then it's just like, after that, instead of like mentioning Jax's name and like talking about the good times here, it's like, oh, well, fuck Jax, he left us in a mess.
Let's talk about what this actually achieved, though. What did this achieve?
Hee-haw. Yeah, it was a nice cameo, I'm not going to deny that, but penultimate episode,
This was fucking filler. This was filler.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. He crashed his bike. She helped him up. She helped the bike up. She helped him to the next town so he could call and get his bike repaired. And she says to him, "Oh, you need to go home and make sure your girlfriend knows you're there because we women pay the price for your men's actions." How do they? Who's dying here? Last time I checked, it was fucking men.
I know, like, she could have said something like about along the lines of, like, no one really ever wins in war. Maybe Easy could take it to heart, but like, I'll just take out Samdino, then I'll spare Sam Crow because the big Jack's teller, damn it. But I would have preferred it if it was Nero picking him up. But you know what? We got Wendy, and they buried Jax for about 5 minutes, so it is what it is. We move on.
But you get the feeling that, like, at the end of Sons, like, Sam Crow would have been there for, like, Wendy and Nero, and they'd have been willing to protect Jax's sons if anything happened to them. But I mean, after what's happened to Happy, it's like, oh fuck you, you're not even looking after your own. Like, so why the hell would they be involved?
Yeah, we did get some dialogue about Abel and Thomas that they're not actually on bike shit, they're just riding dirt bikes. Wendy says that she's been clean for a decade, which is good to see that the character hasn't been back to drugs. But so it's been 9 years. Abel's probably about 15. We're in that age. Are we getting the spin-off?
Well, I think we'll make a separate vid on that, but how much better would it have been if Wendy said, "Aye, Jax Taylor was my old man. Easy kills Wendy." And then that could set up a fucking future spin-off with Abel and Thomas.
It just would have been better if Abel and Thomas were in the back of this fucking car.
What age are they though?
Well, Abel must be about nearly like 14, 15. Thomas probably about 10 or something.
What if Easy killed Wendy? And this set up the future spin-off?
Do you want this prick of the Mayans wiping out any more SOA characters?
No, I don't, but if people were talking about a future spin-off with Abel and Thomas, would this not a...
Yeah, and then like next episode, Nero finds her body at the end of the side of the road.
No, because I'm just not seeing how Abel and Thomas get involved in the club while Wendy and, let's say, Nero, for example, are alive.
It would kind of be poetic, though, in a way of Easy. His mother got killed by a son, and now the sons got killed by the Mayan. Their mum. You know? That would actually be smart writing, but...
That's why I said that could potentially set up a future spin-off.
But we don't do smart things
Easy
here.
Killed Wendy. I don't know, I thought that could have been interesting.
Yeah, you know what? It was nice to see Wendy, and it's like, hear them talk about Abel and Thomas, and... See, I'm a fan of stuff like that, but I just feel like the relentless. It's almost like, here, Wendy, you can come back on one condition. You've got to bury Jax.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that. Right, anyway, moving on. We've got, what happens? What do we got next? We've got the Inspector General confronting Potter at the ocean side. And he like tries to like grab her by the throat. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" Just don't really care for this. I feel like this stuff could have happened episodes ago.
Okay, I think we're wasting too much time on this, considering we've got one episode left now.
Yeah, like, see the episodes where we've seen like Sophia talk to her ex. Put this stuff in there instead of that, because at least this has, you know, ramifications. All right, Cody then is talking with Potter. This scene kind of just came out of nowhere. She's like, "So what? You dragged me out with government officials to a park just to watch a guy with a dog bite fetish?" That was an alright line. But then it's like Potter's like trying to like, get her on side.
What I don't get is, why does Potter need Cody?
He says he needs bodies.
Yeah, and Cody's going to deliver bodies?
I think what he sees in her is like she's went rogue and against the government, so maybe like she'll join his side. But then again, why would he's got? How can Cody single-handedly help him?
I just don't see what Cody offers.
No, honestly, offers nothing, man. But it looks like these two are going to unite. Kill Easy Reyes.
Like, I thought it would be Cody going to fucking him. It was him going to her.
Which makes it even worse. Easy returns home, and he's like, "Oh, Sophia, recently it feels like I've been stepping on snow, but I'm here. I'm not losing grip. I'm here, man. And everything's gonna be alright." What is this? This is fuck. You know what? Easy's the main character. And everything he's done recently feels like filler.
It is filler.
Honestly. Right. Anyway, let's get to the part of the episode that's spiced up, but in reality there was not much spice on it. So Felipe is sitting at the table.
He's putting Maverick to bed.
He puts out the plates, he puts out the forks, and then he gets shot through the window. But no, guess me. Surely they'd be able to see this is an old man through the window.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's Samdino.
Samdino arrive. I think Hoysier's the one that actually shoots him through the window. I mean, I need to go rewatch it, but I'm not going to do that. Then the front door bursts open. You have Joker, Isaac, Terry, and then some no-name.
Yeah, so I wonder who's taking the fucking bullet here.
Literally.
They advance into like the living room. The no-name is beside Isaac. Felipe has the shotgun and a handgun. Shoots, takes a shot at Isaac. Isaac ducks behind the couch. The no-name takes the bullet. No-name dies. Isaac then says, "That wasn't very nice."
That was rude.
So, trying to turn Isaac into like Negan here. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. But he's like, "Old man, we've came for your son." Angel. Terry's then freaking out. He's like, "Oh, guys, Angel's not here, we gotta bounce." Hold on, they've just killed a member of your club. I don't give a fuck if he's an old man.
Yeah, why don't you want... Oh, they could argue they're fucking coming into his house. Like, I mean, it's kind of self-defense for Felipe. He didn't really go out of his way to attack the Suns.
No, I understand your point of view, but like, they've killed... I mean, look at the Inland Empire. He was going to kill a woman and child if he picked them. So why would he not... I mean, it just goes...
That guy was never picking them.
I know he wasn't, but it just goes to show you, right, that Isaac does not give a fuck about Samdino members. Because I'm sorry, like, it just... Oh, man. Absolutely shit here. Joker is in telling Terry what the fuck he on about. And then, as these three are squabbling over what to do, Felipe unloads with, like, a shotgun and his pistol.
Gets about 3 shots off.
It looks like Terry's ducked, and it kind of looks like Joker's been shot. But I think he's in the promo for next week.
I don't think Joker got shot. I thought Joker was retaliating with fire. That's what it looked like to me.
Maybe. And don't guess me, right? We're in a house here that's not that big, and there's 5 of them, and 4 of them are in the one bit. Why does Hoysier go through the back door, and 4 of them go through the front door? Answer that. Surely it should be 3 and 2. Why is it 4 and 1?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
No, you would think so. And then as Felipe lays fire at them, Hoysier lays fire at Felipe. And then Felipe turns around and a shot goes off. We don't see if Hoysier dies. Then Felipe busts into the Maverick room. He locks the door. He lies down. We see he's shot. And he's like bleeding out here. And he's like trying to like reassure Maverick. Hey, I'm not saying this is like an horrendous scene. I thought it was alright for what it was. But see, at the end of the day, Samdino have came here 5 large against an old man who's not... It's not like he was expecting it. He was caught off guard. He's dropped potentially 3 members. I doubt he has, but it could be a maximum of 3. And Samdino just flee the scene. And we're supposed to sit there and accept that.
Yeah, without any success.
I mean, look at Alvarez. He had his son killed for botching the hits on Clay and Darby, but see, at the end of the day, they did drop a few people in that. Here, they've killed no one. They've bust in, they've tried to kill Felipe. He's took a flesh wound, we don't know if he's dead or not, but... And then Samdino just flee the scene. Honestly, man, what's going on? Angel then returns with his wee burger, he's eating the fries, he sees the flashing lights, he's like, "Oh no, what's going on?" He's like, "That's my boy, that's my boy." He runs past the police cordon, he gets down, he manages to hold Maverick. He's like, "Oh no," and then he sees a body getting wheeled out. We do not see who this body is.
It's wrapped up, it's covered,
it's in a body bag. And then he put it in the gurney, in the coroner's van, and then Angel just fades to black. Alright, this is probably the no-name guy, right?
I think if it was going to be Felipe, they would have showed you his face getting wheeled out, so Angel could have reacted. I don't see this being Felipe now.
Yeah.
But with this show, you never know.
Like I said, maybe this was considered ludicrous. Maybe Samdino carried the no-name guy out they not incriminate themselves at the crime scene?
No, I don't think they give a shit about that.
Fair enough. But yeah, maybe when next episode begins, Felipe is going to be bleeding out in the nursery and they didn't want to move him and he has like a final couple of words with Angel or something. That could happen. But see, I tell you what, man. See if they've copped out and they haven't actually killed him. I'm going to be a bit fuming.
Maybe he'll be on his deathbed and we'll get the reveal about the brothers.
Maybe, guys. Maybe that's what's going to happen. But yeah, Samdino, botched hit. As I said, this ending to an episode, I think it would have been alright about 6 episodes ago. See, as a penultimate.
People said Tig was going to kill Felipe. Well, good luck with that shit. Didn't fucking happen.
Well, I mean, Felipe's no deal. It could happen.
Well, it's like the suns close in on the Mayans. That was his hypnosis. We're supposed to believe that the suns are coming. And what do? 5 of them enter an old man's house and they get him a single flesh wound.
It's
fucking embarrassing, man.
And then look back at last season. About 10, 12 Mayans enter the Samdino club and kill them all.
Completely wiped out.
I get it, botched hits happen, but this is up there, man. This is up there with the Tony Soprano and the fucking orange juice bottle, man. Honestly, how do you go 5 large into an old man's house and you're walking out potentially 3-2 down? Jesus Christ. And that's where the episode ends, guys. I'm going to give it
3.
I'm going to give it a 3. 3 for the amount of Samdino members that were killed while making this. I don't understand the pacing of this show. We fought at the midway point. Oh, they must have realised that it was getting cancelled. But do they? The pacing's horrendous. I've just nothing good to say. And then like next week's episode, like looking at it, like they're going into the Samdino like bar or whatever, and they're hitting them with pool cues.
People said the trailer looked fucking epic. I mean, I must have watched a different trailer. There must be 2 trailers.
This episode ends right with an SOA guy getting loaded into a Corners fan who we don't know his name. The penultimate episode in Suns ended with Juice dying and then Jack's killing Unser and Gemma. What was better?
You tell me.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, it's a 3 out of 10. Until next time, peace.